let's just take a quick look back on day one. Any highlights for you today, Vince?
Well, the winner of the Champion Hurdle was a shock, but what a great race. And the fight up the hill, jet ski and My Tent or Yours, it looked like, you know, a real spectacle. I'd love to have been there. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there today. Two horses really going at it, and I thought it'd be the other way around. I thought My Tent or Yours would get past.
He was hacking up all the way around, but just didn't find his. I wonder if he's going to be the nearly horse. And we mentioned this before. Second, the Supreme Champagne Fever. Second today, Jet Ski. The Hood making all the difference. And if anyone looks back on our August preview for Cheltenham, you were very hot on Jet Ski.
Oh, don't, Pete. Just. Yeah. Back in September, it was our first ever show, wasn't it? We did the Champion Hurdle preview. And all I spoke about at the time was Jet Ski, saying how much of a bad ride he was giving in the Supreme. He was too far off the pace. I jumped ship.
Yeah. And what did you do today, Connor, in the Champion Hurdle?
I was in a new one personally.
Yeah.
I was quite disappointed, but you know, if you look at the whole race as a whole, then obviously you're very saddened with our Connor.
Yeah.
But I was very impressed today with Fortour in the Supreme.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. He smashed the course record. Ruby Walsh.
Can we read much into the course? I was watching Channel 4 earlier on and we were talking about sectional timings and whether they started a little bit in forward from the line. I mean, does it really matter? He's going to be a future champion, isn't he?
I'm personally not one for time and all the split times and things like that. I think races can be run so differently with pacemakers. There's so much taken to sort of factor when a race is being run. I'm not one for times.
There was so much to look back on and we've got a preview tomorrow, but How It Can Fly, was that a disappointment, or do you think that was pretty much as you expected?
I think if it was softer ground, we might have had a different result. I think the quicker ground went against How It Can Fly. I know a lot of people would probably argue.
Do you think that's the last time we'll see How It Can Fly champion?
To have, I don't know the time, but to have a fast ever Supreme novice would point that the ground is quick going.
Yeah.
I agree that over jumps, timing isn't that important because obviously they're running over 2 miles. On the flat, I think it's very important. Sectionals are important. You can tell a lot how a horse is, and you know if they reproduce their best sectionals, you can tell whether they're going to win a race or not. On the jumps when you've got heavy going and stuff like that, there's really neither here.
No, we talked about Hood for the first time for jet ski, and it seems to make a difference when horses get applied Hood for the first time because Champagne Fever gets beat by Western Moors.
Yeah, well, I stressed on about 2 weeks ago, I said about horses at Cheltenham in first-time headgear. I actually point out, look out for it in handicaps, but it's actually transpired that it's actually been in the Arkle and the Champion Hurdle, which are obviously not handicaps. But yeah, Western Moor horse, first-time hooded, jet ski, first-time hooded, makes a massive difference, and it's something that you always have to take into consideration when having a bet.
And we had Jimmy Derham here, and he said what the Hood actually does is it relaxes the horse. Obviously Cheltenham being really loud, it just relaxes them a lot, and you can see that with jet ski today and Western Horse, who looked very quirky when he was in the parade ring.
But really, if that race was run another 10 times, I think 9 of them Champagne Fever would win. I think he was blindsided. I don't think he saw the horse. Horses run against each other. They're animals that will fight against each other and fight to win a race. It's natural for a horse to try and win, and I don't think he saw the horse coming.
Considering the distance, which was ahead, there was a slight move to the right from Ruby Walsh, which he corrected. Do you think that made the
Tom Scudamore made a point after the race when he was being interviewed. He said by 2 out, he knew he was going to pick up Champagne Fever.
Really?
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
And he took it. What was so interesting is that Western Horse actually jumped the first in front, and Champagne Fever then overtook him. And he settled Western Horse. This horse was actually a horrible winner for me personally. I backed him at Newbury over 3 miles in deep ground in November, and he just absolutely stopped on the run in when looking the winner. And they've taken him back to 2 miles on good ground. He's an absolute head case. There's no hiding that. But he's a very good head case, and it fell right for him today.
And very quickly, the highlight of today for you, was it Fortour?
For me, yeah, the opener for Fortour, Ruby Walsh, William Mullins at it again. Starting where they're definitely going to continue the festival. So.
And we didn't have time to speak about Crevega, but obviously gets up on the line.
Crevega does it again.
Yeah.
Good God, and never looked like doing it.
No, but not last year. It looked even less likely. So it's much better.
It obviously stays the trip magnificently, and what a mare! I wish they'd tried a bit hard with her in more competitive circumstances. The mare's race at Cheltenham seems to be an easier race, and she's won it well many times.